Hello and welcome to our Yin Yoga Chakra Series, or part of. So I'm Amy, I'm the lead on this series and it's brand new, which is really exciting. So I'll just give you a really quick overview of what the series is. So it's kind of in 3 parts. So this would be part 1, and we'd be looking at basic information around the chakras and how to work with them, just a little bit. And a lot of this information I'm sure that you'll already know, and some you might not, I don't know. Part 2 is coming together live online once every 2 weeks for 3 months, and that's where we're going to be utilizing Yin Yoga to connect to each chakra. So for example, today I'm going to be talking about the root chakra. On Friday we're going to be doing Yin Yoga that connects us to the root chakra. That leads us then to part 3, which is working energetically with the root chakra, or whichever chakra that we're working with. And that's going to be more of a journey, of a meditation, to really help you connect on a deeper level to that space, to remove any energy that may be holding you back, to expand that space and get energy flowing freely. And as we work up the chakra system, so as we work up through our 7 chakras, you'll gradually become and feel hopefully more in alignment, with the aim of when we get up to our crown chakra, the space up above our head, that we really feel that we're connecting to our purpose, to our highest path, that we're showing up in the world in, whether I say the right way is the wrong way to say it, but in the way that is right for you and those around you. So I can't remember if I already said, so I'm Amy, and pleased to meet you. So like I say, this session, this conversation is around the root chakra. So chakras themselves are balls of energy, and everyone will feel and experience them differently. There's kind of a generic way that we can look at them as this kind of ball, this vibration, this frequency that exists both within the body, the physical form of the body, and also the energetic body as well. We'll be going through all 7, which go all the way up through the body, or through the main line of the body, across this 3-month journey. Okay, so let's just drop into the basics, the fundamentals of what we know about the root chakra. Like I say, some of you are going to know this, and that's absolutely fine. Some of you are going to know way more than what I know, and that's great. Feel free to pop that in the comments, because if you know more or you question what I'm saying, let me know. Like, great, let's have that conversation. So the root chakra is kind of in the name. It's in the base of the body, or the base of the torso. So just like the roots of the tree, it's connected at the bottom. So if we imagine our pelvis like a bowl, the pelvic bowl, the root chakra is here, just above the perineum. And if we're saying we can contract and expand our chakras, it makes sense that sometimes our chakra is small and compressed, and sometimes it's expansive. All right, and that's what we're going to look at when we start both our physical practice and our energetic practice. So it's based in the pelvis. The colour that's often associated, but this may be different for you, and there may not even be any colour when you think or connect to this chakra, is a deep red. This really kind of earthy blood red. That's the way that it feels. But often for me, and this might be useful for you to know, is when I'm working with the colours of the chakra, it's not that I see with my third eye or with my human eyes the colour red. It will often come through as the word. So I'll just get a sense of the word red. Okay, so that's just to show that we all connect and feel things incredibly differently. The root chakra is connected to the element of earth. Of course, it's the root chakra. It's got a really steady and low frequency and vibration. So it's not like this, really high and up here. It's like, you've heard of the heartbeat of the earth, this That sounds like a gun that I'm making with my mouth. That's not what I'm meaning to do. But this heartbeat of this really steady vibration, frequency, energy, because it's operating with the element of the earth. Oh, and as I say that, the wind starts to go, it starts to blow the wind chime. Gorgeous. And if we kind of link this back to yoga philosophy, the seed sound, which is the mantra, the sound, the vibration that the ancient rishis, wisdom keepers, knowers and seers associated with the root chakra. The seed sound, the sound is Lam, L-A-M, Lam. And this can be used as a mantra to connect to the root chakra. This gentle repetition, Lam, Lam, Lam. And when I share some ways in which you can connect to this space, that might be something that you want to work with in your own time. How does it feel repeating that mantra, that seed sound? Do you feel a stirring, an awakening, a sensation within the base of your pelvis, within the root chakra? Really, really interesting, just to play with that idea. Okay, so on a sort of energetic level, the root chakra is the connecting point, and I like to see it as a portal to Mother Earth. So it's like the space in which we connect down even deeper to the element of the earth, so that we can feel completely connected and part of. Our body is the same density as the earth. We resonate in direct connection with the earth. And when we can connect to our root chakra and connect our root chakra directly to the space beneath us, to Mother Earth, we start to feel more grounded, we start to feel more connected, we start to feel physically, emotionally and energetically safer. A lot of us don't feel that way all of the time. So there's some of the real benefits that come from working directly with the root chakra, kind of in isolation. Okay, so what can block this connection? So either our personal connection with the root chakra or our root chakra's connection with the earth, what can block that or prevent us from reaping and feeling those benefits that I've just discussed? Well, more often than not, it's trauma. Trauma is that buzzword of, well, and it feels really easy to say, oh, well, it's trauma. Trauma's done this, trauma's done that. But what does that actually mean? So what I'm referring to is specifically instances that happened in your first 7 years of life. It's not always the first 7 years, but just kind of roll with this conversation for a minute to consider. So things that happened in your first 7 years that maybe were too much for you to process, you know? And a lot of that you won't remember. But our body, our nervous system and our fascia don't forget. So these challenging situations, these traumatic situations that happened before the age of 7 are still vibrating, are held within your physical form. Therefore, they are affecting your feelings of personal safety, personal security, your sense of grounding, your sense of stability, and maybe not there because of things that you can't remember. And that's great. To a certain extent, we can't remember because we can't constantly keep reliving these things until they're ready to be processed. So perhaps part of working through this series together is seeing what is blocking here, and is it now time for me to see a little bit so that I can begin the process of moving forward? I don't know how it's going to work for you, but what I do know is that the whole process, the whole series over the next 3 months will be really steady. No one's going to see something that they're not ready to see or that they don't want to see. Okay, really, really, really important. Okay, so I think I touched a little bit on how this space feels, how the root chakra feels when it is in balance, that sense of grounding. And when we're grounded, we have the ability to stay focused on what we're doing. We're not flitting about between idea and idea. And that's one of my terrible things. I'll be like, I'll do this for a bit, do that for a bit, do this for a bit, or whatever. So yeah, this sense of stability, and you can be pragmatic, and you can go through with a little bit of order because you're feeling grounded and you're not feeling threatened at that point. Yeah. Also, if we discuss the root chakra as a portal to Mother Earth, that simply deepens our connection with the earth herself, with Gaia. When we create, I can feel the wind, when we create that relationship, we can begin to operate and show up with more respect, making more conscious choices. Not just conscious choices for the earth, but recognizing that our body is part of that. Therefore, we begin the process of making more conscious, informed, healthy choices for ourselves as a physical manifestation, embodiment of the earth. Okay, so we can start the process of treating ourselves with a little bit more nourishment, maybe. Yeah, I think so. I think that's the main basics. And often people will ask, and I definitely have done this, of like, well, how does it feel to connect to the root chakra or any chakra? What will happen? What will I see? And I just want you to know that I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea how any chakra, how any energy work will appear to you. I can only say how it appears to me. I don't know how it's going to appear for you, and we want to trust how it's appearing for us. We want to trust that. So that's why coming on this journey and maybe doing the live classes, maybe doing the pre-recorded journeys, will just develop your inner eye, your inner vision, your inner sight, just to see your own energetic world and landscape a little bit more. If you want to just connect to this space a little bit more, and you don't want to take part in the journey that we're going to be doing together, that's absolutely fine, absolutely. So maybe working with that seed mantra, LAM, L-A-M, sitting quietly. Outside would be great, especially if you're working with the root chakra. Just repeating that mantra. Considering the base of the pelvis, the perineum, being in contact with the earth. So being able to sit on the ground and having contact. From that point, you can send down roots into the earth. So you can visualize that, really deepening the connection with Gaia. Really, really simple stuff. If you want to work with a crystal, carnelian is great, and carnelian's a really, really, really powerful crystal, and she builds this sense of confidence, of courage, of self-knowing, and is a real protectress as well. So working with carnelian, and maybe just sitting and holding, placing close to the root, and just seeing what you feel, hear, sense, know, what you experience during that time, that connection with that crystal and with your root. Thirdly, maybe fourthly, I'm not sure, there's also some great herbs and plant spirits that you can work with. This is a very personal recommendation, but I would suggest working with nettle. Nettle, so like nettle tea, and just picking some nettle from the field, from your garden, wherever. Making nettle tea, letting it brew for about 8 minutes, 5 to 8 minutes, and just sitting and asking nettle to help you connect, asking her to help you connect to your root, and just see again how you feel. I'm not going to go into how that appears for me, because that's my own personal experience and it's not necessarily helpful, but I've always found that she really helps to strengthen, stabilize, connect me to the root. You can also work with incense or smudging sticks such as Palo Santo, sacred wood, or sandalwood. Some of these you can get in like incense sticks, incense cones, smudging sticks. Like sandalwood you can get as an to put in the diffuser, oil. but I think it's quite expensive. So Palo Santo is probably a little bit more accessible, even though we want to get it in a responsible way. So they're your herbs, your medicines, your spirits to help guide you. You've got your crystals, you've got your sit-in position, you've got your seed mantra. And of course, I would be silly not to let you know that we start our journey this week, connecting to the Root Chakra. Yeah, we start that journey, and it is a live session. Okay, so it's 7 to 8 p.m. UK time. It's an hour of Yin Yoga connecting you directly to your root. It's going to be all guided, deeply nourishing, deeply connecting, deeply lovely. And the reason we're using Yin Yoga is because it slows us down, which gives us the cognitive space to connect to our physical body. Because if we're rushing through, we're not going to hear or feel what our body is telling us. So that starts on Friday the 23rd of September, and then the pre-recorded energetic journey, which will clear and draw out what is no longer needed for you, so that you can expand and feel those benefits of feeling more grounded, feeling safer, feeling more secure, feeling less anxious. That journey will be housed on the Hania Therapies membership portal. The membership portal is $9.99 a month, and it is open to everybody, and you can cancel anytime. So that's going to be housed on there and will become live on Friday the 23rd as well. The live classes are only £8 or part of the membership, so it's super affordable, and hopefully super accessible. So yeah, if you have any questions or I've not been clear, just drop me a message below or email me at amy@hania-therapies.com. Drop me an email and I will get back to you. I'll make sure the booking link for our first session is below and more information is below. But yeah, I think that is everything, and I'd love to hear your experiences and all of that. So yeah, have a gorgeous rest of your day.